Let me ask you something bold. How many of you are living a life that looks perfect on the outside but feels hollow on the inside? How many of you wake up each morning, slide in your routines, wear the smile, tick the boxes, but somewhere deep down whisper, this is not me, this is not my life. That silence you just felt, that's the sound of truth. The world is really good at handing us blueprints. This is how you should look. This is what success means. This is who you should love. This is how you should live. And for a while, we follow, we color inside the lines, we nod along, we become what's expected. But here's the secret no one tells you: a life built on expectations will always feel like a costume. You can wear it, you can even perform in it, but eventually it suffocates. Creating a life that's truly yours requires one terrifying, liberating step: asking yourself, who am I when no one else is watching? That question cracks open everything, because beneath the layers of approval, beneath the fear of rejection, beneath the pressure to fit in, there is you, raw, real, unmasked. So here's the invitation: stop asking, am I enough for them? And start asking, is this life enough for me? That question is where your true life begins. We've been sold dangerously that if we just work hard enough, smile wide enough, hustle long enough, we'll finally reach that shimmering place called perfection. And let me tell you, it's a trap, because perfection is a moving target. Every time you think you've arrived, the bar shifts. Perfection whispers, be thinner, be richer, be smarter, be more likable, be less loud, be less you. And the cruel thing, you could give everything, your energy, your joy, your peace, and still hear not enough. That lie keeps us chained. We sacrifice authenticity for approval. We trade our wildness for acceptance. We water ourselves down just to fit inside someone else's mold. And at the end of the day, even if the world claps for us, our soul is silent. Here's the truth. Your life was never meant to be flawless. It was meant to be yours. Real life is messy. It's full of mistakes, failures, and stumbles. But it's also filled with laughter that makes your stomach ache, love that doesn't play by the rules, and joy that blooms in the cracks of imperfection. Perfection is the thief of authenticity. The moment you release it, you make space for something infinitely better, a life that is honest, raw, and deeply your own. So I'll ask you, are you willing to let go of perfect so you can finally hold on to real? From the moment we're born, the world starts stacking expectations on our shoulders. That be the good child, get the right grades, choose the safe job, marry the right person, build the perfect family, keep everyone comfortable, smile, don't rock the boat. And we carry those expectations like bricks in a backpack. At first, it doesn't feel heavy, but year after year, demand after demand, approval after approval, the weight grows unbearable until one day you wake up and realize you're living everyone else's life, but not your own. Expectations are sneaky. They disguise themselves as love, as tradition, as responsibility. But make no mistake, when you live only to meet them, you abandon the one voice that matters most, your own. Here's the radical truth. You are not here to fulfill a checklist. You are not here to contort yourself into roles that suffocate you. You are here to live fully, wildly, unapologetically as you. But to do that, you have to take off the backpack. You have to lay down the bricks that were never yours to carry. So tonight I want to ask whose expectations are weighting you down. And are you brave enough to say, thank you for your vision of me, but I choose my own. One of the scariest things in this world is to be seen, truly seen for who you are. Not the polished version, not the Instagram highlight reel, not the version that keeps the peace at family dinners. I'm talking about the raw, unfiltered, messy, glorious truth of you. We hide because we fear rejection. We think if they see the real me, they'll leave, they'll judge, they won't love me. So we wear masks. We smile when we're atching. We nod when we want to scream. We shrink when we want to shine. And slowly, piece by piece, we disappear. But here's the paradox. The love and belonging we crave will never come to the version of us that's pretending. If you want real connection, if you want a life that feels like home, you have to risk taking off the mask. Yes, it's terrifying, but vulnerability is the birthplace of authenticity. When you say, this is me, flawed and perfect. But real, you create space for people who will choose you not in spite of your truth, but because of it. The courage to be seen is not about being fearless. It's about trembling and still stepping into the light. Because only when you are fully seen can you live a life that is fully yours. So I'll ask you, are you ready to stop hiding and finally let the world see you silence for a moment? Can you hear it beneath the noise of opinions, beneath the chatter of social media, beneath the endless shoulds that echo in your head? There is a voice, your voice, and it's been whispering to you for years. The trouble is we've been trained to doubt it. We've been told to listen to everyone else, the experts, the critics, the family, the crowd, and so our own inner wisdom gets drowned out. But make no mistake, no one knows your soul like you do, that voice inside. It's the compass. It tells you when you're betraying yourself. It flares up in your gut when you're walking the wrong path. It softens when you're aligned with what's true. The question isn't, is the voice there? The question is Am I brave enough to trust it? Listening to yourself doesn't mean you'll never stumble. It doesn't mean you'll have all the answers. It means that, for once, you'll stop abandoning yourself. It means you'll stop outsourcing your worth to people who can't possibly define it. And here's the truth: your voice is the birthplace of your freedom. It's the only map to a life that's truly yours. So tonight, I want to ask you, when was the last time you silenced the world long enough to hear your own soul speak? And what would happen if you finally trusted what it said? We are taught that ice makes us lovable. Say yes to helping, yes to pleasing, yes to keeping the peace. We're told that no is selfish, rude, ungrateful. And so many of us build entire lives out of yes until our yes becomes a cage. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your soul, you're saying no to yourself. And every time you say no to what drains you, you're saying yes to freedom, to energy, to authenticity. Saying no is not rejection, it's protection. It's drawing a sacred boundary around your time, your heart, your energy. And boundaries are not walls. They don't shut people out. They simply teach people where the door is and who has the right to walk through it. The beauty of no is this: it makes space for the yes that matters. The yes to your dreams, the yes to your rest, the yes to relationships that nurture instead of deplete, the yes to the life that feels like it was written for you and you alone. So let me ask you, what in your life is begging for a no? And are you courageous enough to give it? Because sometimes the smallest no can open the door to the most powerful yes of your life. Somewhere along the way, we started treating joy like a luxury, something we'll allow ourselves after the work is done, after everyone else is taken care of, after we've proved ourselves worthy. But joy is not a prize, it's fuel. Without it, we're alive but not truly living. Here's the truth. You don't stumble into a joyful life. You choose it. You choose it in the small moments when you pause to taste your coffee instead of rushing out the door. You choose it when you laugh so hard your ribs ache. You choose it when you stop measuring your life by productivity and start measuring it by presence. Joy is an act of rebellion in a world that thrives on exhaustion and comparison. It's saying, I will not wait until I'm perfect or to admire to feel alive. I will choose joy here, now, in this imperfect, messy moment. And let me tell you, when you choose joy, you don't just free yourself, you give others permission to do the same. Joy is contagious. It spreads like sunlight across a dark room. So I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you let joy interrupt your day? When was the last time you chose delight over duty? Because a life that's truly yours is not measured only by survival. It's measured by joy. We spend so much of our lives armoring up. We tell ourselves, if I stay strong, if I never show weakness, no one can hurt me. So we build walls, wear masks, hide our trembling parts. But here's the paradox. The armor we believe will protect us is the very thing that suffocates us. Because connection, the kind that heals, the kind that anchors us, cannot happen through armor. It only happens through vulnerability. When you say, I don't have it all figured out. When you whisper, I'm scared, I'm hurting, I'm human. That's when love rushes in. That's when belonging takes root. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage in its rawest form. It's standing in front of the world without guarantees and saying, here I am, take me as I am. And yes, vulnerability risks pain, but it also unlocks joy, intimacy, creativity, freedom. Without it, life becomes a performance. With it, life becomes real. The truth is, you cannot create a life that's truly yours if you're hiding behind a mask, because your real life begins where your armor ends. So here's my question. What part of yourself have you been hiding from the world? And what would happen if just for once you laid down the armor and let yourself be seen, unguarded, unpolished, and utterly human? There comes a moment when we realize no one is coming to hand us our dream life. No one is going to knock on the door and say, here's your freedom, here's your joy, here's your authentic path. It doesn't work like that. The truth is, we are the architects. Every yes, every no, every boundary, every risk, it's all shaping the blueprint of our lives. And that is both terrifying and liberating. Terrifying because it means we can't hide behind blame forever. Liberating because it means we are never truly powerless. Choice is the soil where your life grows. If you keep choosing out of fear, fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of being alone, your life will shrink to fit those fears. But if you choose out of courage, if you choose what aligns, what ignites, what sets your soul on fire, you create a life that feels like home. No, it won't be easy. Choosing yourself will upset people. It will rattle cages. It will test your courage. But every choice that honors who you truly are is a step toward freedom. So I'll ask you, what choices have you been postponing? What decision is your soul begging you to make? Remember, every day you choose, and every choice writes the story of your life. Make it a story worth telling. So here we are. We've stripped away perfection. We've laid down expectations. We've faced the fear of being seen. We've trusted our voice. We've drawn boundaries. We've chosen joy. We've embraced vulnerability. And we've claimed the power of choice. Every step has led us here to the truth. And the truth is this: your life is not a performance. It's not a checklist. It's not a trophy to be displayed on someone else's shelf. Your life is yours, raw, imperfect, breathtakingly unique, yours. Creating a life that's truly yours doesn't mean it will be easy. It means it will be real. It means waking up each day and choosing alignment over approval, courage over comfort, authenticity over applause. It means being brave enough to build a life that feels good on the inside, even if it doesn't always look perfect on the outside. And let me tell you, that life, the one born from your truth, your voice, your choices, is worth every risk, every stumble, every tear, because it is yours, and there is no greater freedom than belonging to yourself. So here is my ending statement. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect. Stop waiting for someday. This is your life. This is your moment. And the most radical thing you can do is to live it fully, unapologetically, authentically as you. Go live the life that only you can create.